Wrestling on Weed.
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 Wrestling on Weed. Subscribe today. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem.
It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke.
Talk to him.
We want the smoke. We want the smoke.
Come on, John.
We want the smoke, ayy. We want the smoke, ayy. We want the smoke. Hey, you see what it is, Gruss. It's still gang over here. You know I'm repping mine to the day I die. They could put me in a Raiders casket, baby. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, tough loss for Raider Nation. What's going on, Wild Nation? You know what I mean? How y'all doing? We're here to talk about some pro wrestling, but happy football season. Hope everybody enjoyed the first week of the NFL season. Hopefully Triple H enjoyed it because, compete with Monday Night Football is never easy. It's not the easiest season for WWE and Monday Night Raw, seeing as they're going against the number one sport in the country on Monday nights, head up. So, but they still got to put on the show. Wrestling has no off season like all the other real sports. So, even though I still think they should, or maybe not. I don't think they should have an off season as much anymore now that Vince is gone. I needed a break from the Vince wrestling, so it's like, man, y'all don't want no off season. You don't want to take a break, so I ain't got to watch this shit for a while. Now it's all fun and good and interesting to watch. At least, and even when it's bad, it's like, you're trying something. I'm not totally mad at it. So it's a lot more fun to watch WWE these days. AEW, still in flux. As low as great shows. The shows be entertaining, but it's a mess over there. Hopefully they get that figured out, squared away soon so everybody can thrive. But we are here on the 13th of September. My birthday is in 10 days. You know what I mean? I ain't doing much. I'm turning Jackie Robinson number. So, I'm going to be here probably doing a show. No, actually, it'll be Friday. So, yeah, I'll be doing a news show more than likely because I'll be in town. So, anyways, we got to talk about last night's edition of Monday Night Football. Shout out to Batman Wrestling. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Appreciate you stopping through, my guy. You remember whenever football was on Raw, was just dog shit. The creative team. Yeah, and that's what I'm scared of. I don't think that's going to happen. It's during football season and especially during the holiday season, like those 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks, like Thanksgiving and Christmas time, they just mail all those shows in. So hopefully that won't be the case at all. Oh, Jay, what's up, man? Batman Wrestling, what the hell? Confused the hell out of me. All right, that's what's up. He changed his name. Jay changed his name. It's Batman. He's always went by Batman, so I guess I should have put 2 and 2 together. KGM was cracking. Wild Nation is definitely in the building. Appreciate you guys being up in here early and often. We took off a few days because after that crazy week of news last week, I definitely needed a couple days off to rest and recuperate. But now we back active every day. You already know what it is. We'll be here live on Wild Nation. So make sure you guys already hit the sub button. But if you're watching this later on, you guys hit that sub button and hit that notification bell so you know we go live. But anyways, let's get into the show. I just realized a few seconds ago that I hadn't actually done a Blunt Ratings card. So I'm going to be working on that while I'm doing this review. So I'm going to be doing graphic design and a review at the same time, so pardon me if I look away from the camera. But yeah, last night was a episode. We corrected some mistakes. We made some more mistakes, and then we had an amazing all-time moment during the show last night. I think we actually might start to care about somebody now after a segment that they had. But we'll talk about how the show started off. It started off with Barney the Dinosaur. I'm sorry, that was Seth Rollins in a purple suit. You know, he's very loud with his clothes, to say the least. You know, that one didn't do it for me. As a designer of clothing myself, that suit just you know. But I think that's the point, to make you hate him based on what he wears, because it's so ridiculous sometimes. But anyways, he came up and basically just you know, talked a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Talked about Matt Riddle, how he's done with him and how it's time for him to move on to bigger things. It's been a long time since he's held championship gold. And, you know, basically setting his sight on Roman Reigns, since he's mentioned that in previous weeks. And, you know, the crowd start chanting rematch, because they, you know, they want a rematch with Riddle. They want him to have a rematch with Riddle. And he's like, no, I told you I'm done with Riddle. Ain't no fucking rematch happening. So, yeah, that's when obviously Riddle came out. And I like what Riddle did. Yeah, I mean, Riddle act like he was going to cut a promo. He was like, so, bro, and then just dropped the mic and rushed the ring. I would have rather he like got into the ring and act like he was going to do that. So Seth didn't have mad time to prepare for him to run to the ring as he saw him running towards the ring. But whatever, it was still kind of funny. But then they got in there, started off a crazy brawl. These guys brawled all over the place. Outside the ring, Seth tried to run into the crowd, couldn't get away. Riddle chased him back. They back towards the ring, and security came to break him up, all that same shit they've been doing. And then Riddle somehow got his head stomped in again. L after L after L. Even if he finally wins the match, it's gonna be like, bro, you still owe him like 5. Like you ain't even. Especially if it ain't no title on the line, bruh. Like you just, you got one win. He's beat you like 7 times, or he's beat you up at least 7 times. Yeah, you know I mean? Literally, Seth Rollins has said every time we get around each other, I end up stomping your head in, and he said that a month ago, and he's still not wrong. So I don't know why Matt Riddle keep messing with this dude. Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Obviously, in real life, Riddle would chew his face off. Riddle would probably snap all the bones in Seth Rollins' body. But you know, these guys have great chemistry in the ring, outside the ring. They're obviously, that scathing promo battle that they had a couple weeks ago was amazing, legendary stuff. So we'll see how things go between these two. I'm interested in seeing where the story moves ahead, because they kind of got separated a little bit, because what happened after that was Riddle kind of got up from his daze after having his head stomped in for the 20th time. He kind of got up from a daze and started walking, or he didn't even get out the ring. He's still in the ring, and that's when Judgment Day's music hit. And I was like, okay. So they came out and they basically offered him a spot in Judgment Day. You know, apparently him and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley have been tight, I guess, from NXT. Yeah, from NXT. They were all there at the same time. So, you know, he's like, yeah, man, we go back, bro. You know what I mean? You keep getting, you know, beat up by, basically, you keep getting beat up by Seth Rollins. You need our help. Let us help you. So, and Riddle was like, you know, I'm kind of focused on Riddle or Seth right now, so I'm going to have to say no, bro. Like, you should probably get some help. He is whooping your ass right now. You should probably get some backup. But he didn't. He decided against it. And Judgment Day was, you know, fucking Tupac. I mean, Tupac Balor decided to, yeah, I know why I called him that. But he came out, or he basically got on the mic and was like, yo, you're either with us or against us, bro. Make a decision. You know what I mean? You either standing with us or you standing in our way. And Riddle was like, okay, and just kneed him in the face. So, he clotheslined Damian Priest over the top rope. I don't know why they didn't just rush the ring and attack him after that, because it's 2-on-1. But they ran away. So So that was that. But it was a good segment. This was a good segment to open the show. I was kind of confused because it was kind of like, yeah, Seth said he's done with you and he stomped you in the head again, and now he's actually done with you. It's like they're moving you on to another story now, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know what's happening right now. It's just they're intertwining stories so much. I can't figure out who's like feuding with who. I swear to God, I can't. It's a lot going on, but that's good. That's kind of a good thing. What happened after that? Oh yeah, we had a match. What am I talking about? That led into a match. That led into a match between Finn Balor and Riddle, and it was a match between Finn Balor and Riddle. It was mad abdominal muscles, and it was a lot of good moves, man. It was a great match between these two. Of course, it's a great match between these two. These two are the best in the business right now. So, yeah, it was a good match. Finn Balor ended up winning with a blackout, mainly because Damian Priest was like, "Hey, I'm a distraction. Hey, look, I'm a distraction. Hey, look, I'm a distraction." He's like, Riddle, stop being distracted. Like, isn't that what's supposed to help? The weed's supposed to help with that? It's supposed to help you focus. Damian Priest ain't have nothing to do nothing but yell your name. You know what I mean? You just get distracted and start getting fucked up. But yeah, he ended up losing another match. You know what I mean? After getting his head stomped in. Bad night for Riddle all around. And a great night for Judgment Day. And it started off with that win by Finn Balor. Then what do we have after that? Oh yeah, Damage Control got interviewed backstage. We're gonna win the tag titles, blah blah blah. Whatever. Oh yeah, this is when we got this was weird. I don't know if he's supposed to be Scarface or a Teletubby. I'm not sure because it was like a mix between it's like Scarface and a Teletubby had a baby, and it was just like Dom Mysterio came out and this was bad. This was so cringe. The words weren't terrible, cheesy, but not terrible. You know what I mean? Dad, you didn't first of all, he's set up in a dark room with a spotlight on, so it looks extra gloomy and dark and sinister, and he's just talking in a real slow tone, but it's still the same choppy, non-charismatic voice that he's always. Oh, this was bad. But yeah, he basically is just saying, Dad, you never listened to me. You wanted me to live the life. You wanted me to live the same shit we've seen in about 75 teenage movies. It's like, all right, you 25, bro. Like, you're a little old to be just now turning on your dad for him wanting you to live. You never asked me what I want to do with my career. Well, motherfucker, did you tell him? You a grown-ass man. You could have been like, I don't want to do that, Dad. Grown-ass man. You took the opportunity, didn't you? I'm pretty sure he's the only reason you're on the show. Shut the fuck up. It's clear that you're green as fuck, and your daddy is the only reason you're here. So blaming him doesn't seem like the right angle, but hey, you're a heel now. It's a good way to get booed. About to get go away heat, Dom. I promise you it's about to happen. But he was just, and he was just sitting there cutting his promo, and they kept doing camera cuts, I assume, because he was clearly reading off of fucking cue cards, and he probably made some mistakes or stumbled over some lines, or just sounded like he was a charisma vacuum, as Grush likes to say. So this was cringe. And then Rhea came up and whispered something in his ear, and he was like, I'm a man now. I've had sex. He didn't say that part, but that's basically what he was insinuating. He was insinuating that he had finally had sex for the first time at 25 years old, and he's finally a man. So good for him. Hey, I ain't gonna even lie. Rhea Ripley got the yams, and she's kind of turning me on with this whole shit, this whole dominatrix shit. It's kind of making me hot. I'm like, damn. I wasn't that attracted to her before, but goddamn, I think I am now. I think I am now. Goddamn, this bitch crazy. Oh man, I don't even like crazy chicks, but I don't know. Something hot about. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. She's doing it though. It's working. Whatever she's doing, she's got me under her spell as well. What's cracking, Dave? I see you in the chat, man. What's good? 49ers also lost. Yeah, damn. We all took L's yesterday. Everybody's team took a L. I felt like my team should have fucking won. We had the ball driving, fucking 4 minutes or 2 minutes left. Derek Carr just, even though Devontae catches everything I throw to him, I don't know what to do. I'm going to hold the ball for 10 seconds and get sacked every play. Fuck Derek Carr. I love him, but damn, that was a bad game. Anyways, Rhea Ripley's hot. Then after that, we had Johnny Gargano, a little hype package for Johnny Gargano, talking about his old NXT shit and all that good stuff. Then Austin Theory had cut a promo earlier in the day. But who's Johnny gonna be? Johnny's first opponent, and he said it's not him, but it's somebody that he considers a close friend. Without further ado, he introduced Chad Gable, and him and Otis came into the shot, and they were all like, "Hey, look at us, we're friends." So yeah, that was cool. Let's see. Then we had we had what I have on the thumbnail. I probably should put up I should have used a different picture for the thumbnail. You should have used the following segment for the thumbnail because this wasn't thumbnail worthy. They had the belts and it was a good picture, so that's why I used it. But yeah, this wasn't thumbnail worthy. This was 2 weeks too late. And the crowd let us know because the crowd basically sat on their hands for a championship match. We had Aaliyah and Raquel Gonzalez. Baby got back. That should be her theme song when she's a single. I'm just saying. Tell me it's not. It's right there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But then they went up against Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And this match was blah. It was blah. I don't even really care to talk about it. It was blah. You know what I mean? The first match they had was better, and that's when the title should have changed. The moment was there. That's what people wanted. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think Aaliyah is a champion. The fact that Aaliyah has been a champion for the last 2 weeks and Asuka and Alexa Bliss aren't sniffing those titles at the moment, they shouldn't even be a tag team, first of all. None of those people should be tag teaming. None of them make sense. But Aaliyah is hella green, like beautiful. I mean, I love looking at her. She has a perfect body and a gorgeous face, but no, not interested in seeing her wrestle at all. And WWE clearly has to hide her. They say it's, making Raquel look stronger, but no, it's just looking like you're hiding a lot of deficiencies that the other wrestler has. And that's why she's always getting knocked out the match and Raquel's fighting 1-on-2 half the time. It's just, yeah, she's not good. She looks good, but when it comes to pro wrestling, she's not that good. So it was what it was. This match was kind of whatever. I hated the spot where Io did the moonsault. The moonsault was awesome. She actually kneed Raquel Gonzalez because she did a moonsault to the outside of the ring. Actually kneed her right in the face. It looked painful as shit. But Raquel literally looked up at her and waited like another 10 seconds. It was so stupid. Like she was supposed to be like wrestler. You know how wrestlers trying to get in position to catch the person. So they're like acting like they're, fighting or whatever, but Raquel looked up way too early. You know what I mean? I guess maybe Io took too long getting set up or whatever, so Raquel and the cameraman caught Raquel just, okay, she's getting on the top rope, clearly about to do a moonsault, but I'm just going to stand here and go back to wrestling with this person and, oh, she's ready? Okay, cool. It was like, this match is whack. So, Dakota Kai's finishing move was pretty cool. It was like a flip backstabber. I don't even know how she did it. She like a roll through backstabber or some shit. I don't even know what it's called or how she came up with it, but it's a cool looking move. So yeah, we got new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions who should have been champions 2 weeks ago, and it wouldn't feel like they weren't as hot right now because the crowd didn't really pop crazy. I mean, even though they're heels, the crowd's not supposed to pop crazy, but there wasn't, at least pop with boos, but no one cares about Aaliyah and Raquel Gonzalez, so why would they care about them losing the titles? I don't. So, yeah, this was just whatever to me. Then that's when Ray came out and was begging for Dom's forgiveness. Like, son, I didn't know. I had no clue you felt like this. Please forgive me. We can fix all of this. And Dom literally just not staring at him. He won't look his father in the eyes anymore. So he's just like nothing. He's like, all right, Edge gonna fuck you up, boy. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, Edge gonna fuck you up. What you want me to do? Like, I'm trying to help you right now, but you ain't listening, so Edge gonna fuck you up. It's what it is. I tried to help. I'm out. Then Rhea Ripley rolls in creepily and smiles. And yeah, she's really creepy. I think this is the part where she came up and was like, yeah, Poppy's all man now. Well, yeah, she said it this time. It was creepy. That's when Alpha Academy came out, and then there was like a 10-minute commercial break. But Chad Gable was going up against Johnny Gargano, as I spoke about it a minute ago. And this match was great, man. This match was great. Like, I really enjoyed this match. A lot of great near falls. Johnny Gargano got all his stuff in. It looked like a classic NXT match. You know what I mean? One of them great NXT matches that you would see and, you know, might see on a takeover or something. These guys got like 15 minutes at least. I'm pretty sure it could have been longer than 15 minutes. But they got a lot of time, and they got in there and did they work. Austin Theory looked really good during the match. You know what I mean? I ain't going to go through the match move by move, but the match was really good. Best match of the night, in my opinion. Chad Gable and Johnny Gargano. Two short guys. Not sure if this would ever flew a few months ago. I'm not sure if this match would ever happen. Well, it probably wouldn't have, because Johnny wouldn't have been in the company. So it definitely wouldn't have happened. But, hey, we're getting it now. And it was great. Johnny ended up winning with his slingshot DDT for the 1, 2, 3. That was fire. After the match, he was celebrating. Otis tried to attack him, and he got away. Chad Gable tried to attack him. He got away. But he didn't get away from Theory, who attacked him from behind on the ramp and smashed him with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then just calmly walked to the ring. And I guess when they went to commercial and everybody was gone except for Theory, so I guess Johnny Gargano just got up and was like, ooh, you smacked me with the briefcase, but I'm just had a match. I'm going to go ice my body. I get you next time. It's like, hey, he just smacked you with a briefcase. Are you like done? Like, go whoop his ass. Like, I don't go to commercial. I want to see Johnny get up and go fight him. But clearly they're building towards a match between those two at some point. Not sure when. But after that, we had what do we have after that? Oh, what do we have after that? We had Austin Theory's best segment ever. It was mainly because of Kevin Owens. Let's just call it what it is. Like, this shit was ridiculous. Austin Theory just came out mocking Johnny Gargano, doing what he does, talking his shit. I'm the youngest Money in the Bank. That's his line. You know what I mean? It's like The Miz when he was using I beat The Rock and John Cena in the same WrestleMania. It's the same thing. So he's just going to keep rehashing that he's the youngest Money in the Bank winner ever. And then Kevin Owens' music hit. And Kevin Owens came out and cut one of the greatest promos I've ever heard in pro wrestling. It was like not the Hard Times promo. It was more like it to that Drew McIntyre promo a few weeks ago. He was like, we're wrestlers, so let's just freaking wrestle. But it was like 10 times better. And that Drew promo was amazing. We all applauded that. But Kevin Owens is on another level. He's the best man on the mic in the industry. Like, I don't think there's anybody better right now. Like, there's a couple people that I would put up there. Jon Moxley, obviously the best guy in AEW on the mic, hands down. MJF is a close number 2. CM Punk, when he's not being a dick, obviously would be up there. But in WWE, ain't nobody fucking with Kevin Owens. Like, everything he says sounds genuine and real. He looks the way he looks, so it sounds like it's coming from a real person and not some sculpted monster, muscle-bound crazy person. It just sounds like he just means everything he says, and that's that was actually kind of the theme of their promo segment, because Austin Theory's like, you're just jealous. You'll never look like me. You'll never be me, blah, blah, blah. And Kevin Owens laid into him like, yeah, you know what? I will never be like you, because guys like you, I've seen 1,000 guys like you come in and fizzle out in months. And you know how often guys like me come around and make it? Rarely. You know why? Because guys like you are a dime a dozen, and guys like me, I forget what he said, but basically we're rare. You know what I mean? And it was, you know, he also included Johnny Gargano, shouting him out or whatever. So Austin Theory his facial expressions was just fire, you know what I mean? Because it looked like he was being humbled. Like it looked like, because Kevin Owens was literally saying facts. He was like literally saying facts. He's like, bro, I see dudes who with sculpted bodies coming here all the time. Like that don't mean shit. So it's like, so, you know, I was just like, oh man. Alexa, turn the baby room on. My son is woken up. Alexa, turn Blue's Clues on the baby room TV.
Did you mean baby room lamp?
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
It's 11:53 a.m.
The best distraction ever. Animal crackers. That's how you get a distracted baby for a good 20, 30 minutes. All right, so back to this promo, man, because this shit was fucking amazing. So Kevin Owens basically, you know, running him down, basically just, you know, calling him out on his bullshit. Like, bro, nobody cares about your muscles and your youngest Money in the Bank win. Nobody cares. And Theory's selling of it was just like, yo, he's right. Fuck. But his pride, you can see his pride bubbling back up. He was just like, oh, he's right, but fuck that. He just flexed. I'm looking kind of swole right now. I know, because I've been hitting them hard. You know what I mean? Trying to get my gains back right. But yeah, he just flexed on him, and I just laughed. I was like, what is he doing? And that's what somebody who's just delusional would do. It's like, you're right, but I don't care. So he flexed, and Kevin Owens is like, what? And then he's just, you'll never be me. And then they just start brawling. And it was a pull-apart brawl, an awesome pull-apart brawl. These guys were not trying to let the shit go. Kevin Owens kept going after him. They were throwing some stiff blows, like from the jump. And I was like, yo, are they swinging for real? Like soon as they start brawling, like Kevin Owens was like, and then one time Kevin Owens broke away from all, it was, you know, security, backstage personnel out there breaking him up. He broke away and he threw a fucking right hook that connected pretty fucking stiff. And even commentary was like, damn. I was like, that was a stiff shot. I was like, God damn it, right he was. He just potatoed his ass. And yeah, when they ended up splitting him up and separating him eventually, like you saw, Theory definitely looked like his nose was busted, but it looked like it could have been broken. It looked like his shit was shifted a little bit. I was like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. Oh man, it's not that good looking anymore, are you? But yeah, Kevin Owens is like, yeah, I broke your nose. That's just the beginning, bitch. I was like, damn. All right then. So if Theory loses briefcase, I'm gonna be pissed. No, I won't. I don't think they should do that. I don't think the briefcase should be something that people could put on the line, personally. I don't think that's a good idea. But yeah, I mean, it is. CM Punk does the best promo on media scrum. Yeah, I mean, clearly, yeah, I mean, he's one of the best on the mic when he's being a dick. Yeah, I mean, it's like his heel promos are far better than his babyface promos push John Cena cheesiness lines. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't. We are Chicago. They half of them are booing you. Shut up. What do you? Oh man, but his as a heel, yeah, CM Punk is one of the best. He's the original MJF. I guess Roddy Piper's the original, all of them. You know what I mean? Guess we go way back farther than that. Gorgeous George, there's a lot of good heel promo guys in business throughout history. But right now, these guys are definitely at the top. Kevin Owens, as far as babyface, because I'm pretty sure he's a babyface now. It felt like he was like leaning towards heel, but there's no way you could cut this babyface, this promo, and be a heel. It's not gonna work. This segment was awesome. Maybe promo of the year. There's been a lot of great promos this year. I'm not sure if this one is the best promo of the year or that Moxley promo last week just this past week is the best promo of the year, because both of them just like, I mean, the passion and the how charged they were and how real they feel when they're cutting promos. Even with MJF, like, even I say it with MJF all the time, it's a character. He's in character all the time, like he's the fucking Undertaker, but it's a character. These guys don't feel like characters. Like, that just feels like Kevin Owens, the fat Canadian guy who's really good at pro wrestling and loves the business like to death. You know what I mean? And John Moxley, the same way, just a genuine guy. We know his real story. You know what I mean? We watched this man get married, have kids, go through all kind of alcohol abuse problems and different things like that. Like, it feels like these dudes are genuinely real people. Like, you could just see them walking down the street, you know what I mean, at Safeway or some shit. And it just makes their promos feel a little bit more authentic. You know what I mean? I think that's in the Drew McIntyre promo was really good. Man, there's been some good mic work this year. I even like the fucking the Hangman Page promo when he was the shit that started the whole shit with CM Punk. I thought that was a pretty good fucking promo this year. So there's been some really good ones. But this might have been the best. Because I felt like he was taking shots at a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just a lot of people. I seen guys that look like you come and go. You know what I mean? You're a dime a dozen, just dropping all these bars. Like, I'm here because I'm actually good, not because I look a certain way. You know what I mean? It's no cap. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kevin Owens, killing it on the mic all year. He needs some gold. They keep bringing up that he hasn't been a champion in 5 years. They need to change that because clearly he's one of the top guys in the entire industry. So it makes no sense. So after that, we had Bianca backstage. Bianca was back. She didn't cut a promo backstage. She just came out and did her entrance. She cut her promo in ring. She said, a few weeks ago, or the last few weeks have taught her anything, is that she'll always have a target on her back. That's why she's doing an open challenge. That is not a good reason to do an open challenge. Like, you want to do a match, just say you want to do a fucking match. Why are you doing an open challenge? Because you have a target on your back. It's like, you want to see the people who are targeting you? You just want to give them an opportunity? Like, okay, I mean, I guess so you can see it coming, maybe? I guess, but I don't know. That ain't really make no sense to me, but maybe it does to y'all. Sonya Deville came out to lose in 5 minutes in a match that absolutely no one cared about. Is it just me, or is Bianca Belair losing her steam? And it's not because it's not her fault. It has nothing to do with Bianca Belair. Sometimes her promos, just like her husband's, just like fucking CM Punk's, I was talking about his babyface promo. Babyface promos sometimes are just fucking cheesy because they're doing the whole, like, if you go cut a babyface promo, you got to do it like that Drew McIntyre, like the John Moxleys, like the Daniel Bryans, like the Kevin Owens. That's a babyface promo. That's not the promos that they be cut. Bianca's done it before. When you people trying to hold me back, they didn't believe, blah, blah, blah. But she also, I'm the EST. I'm the best at everything. Like her gimmick is totally Hill. Like her gimmick is 100% a Hill gimmick. I'm the EST of WWE. That's some shit normally a Hill would say. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm the best in the world, blah, blah, blah. It works as a baby face too, but you know what I mean? It's normally something, the arrogance, the overconfidence, is usually a Hill gimmick. So she makes it work as a baby face, but she has to cut a lot of cheesy ass promos. You know what I mean? And it's just like, all right, it's just a lot of corny EST things. And then for some reason, her and Montez just decided to start rhyming lines in their promos all of a sudden. And it's just like, stop it. Just stop it. No one wants to hear anyone rap coming in the ring except for the Acclaimed in 2022. It's the only person. Max Caster is the only person I want to hear rapping coming to the ring. You know what I mean? It's the only, or in the ring. Like, everybody else can leave the bars alone. It's not because he's the greatest rapper or anything. It's because he figured out the gimmick. It's his gimmick and it's working. You know what I mean? He's like took the John Cena gimmick and ran with it. But you shouldn't just be like rhyming lines while you're talking a promo. It sounds fucking stupid. But whatever. That's what they want to do. That's what they gonna do. But she beat Sonya Deville with a KOD. Who cares? And then the Control came out and they start jumping her, and that's when poor Alexa and Asuka. Poor Alexa and Asuka. They came out to make the save. What are they? There's two. Alexa's a 5-time champion. I'm pretty sure Asuka's had it like 3 times. Wasn't she the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion? She didn't even lose the belt. She just gave it away because none of them bitches could beat her. She was just like, here, I'm out, going to the main roster. Take it. But now she's like barely on TV. She's on TV every week, but usually doing some dumb, unimportant shit. Being a henchman now. Asuka's a henchman. Alexa Bliss is a henchman for Bianca Belair. That's her crew. While you look at Jade Cargill with the baddies, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Damn it. I always forget to do that when I start talking about the Alexa Bliss segments. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. That shit didn't do it for me. Alexa and Asuka both deserve much, much better, and I hope they get it here soon. So we'll see how things work out. Then I almost beat some guys in a match that I didn't get to see because there was just a frozen screen. So yeah, he's had his foot on 2 dudes' chests from out of nowhere. I thought that there was a commercial break or something that I missed, and I didn't. Apparently, the match there was some technical difficulties. So that was what it was. Who cares about Amos? Nobody but Gruss. Then after that, we saw Rey Mysterio try to get Edge to not kill his son. And that was that. Back from commercial, Seth Rollins did an interview, and he was back there talking about, he's the face of Monday Night Raw all of a sudden. And then a motherfucking the cleanest, the actual best dressed person on Monday Night Raw, facts. Bobby Lashley pulled up and was like, "Oh, so you looking for some gold, huh? You're not that good, and you can't be the face of Monday Night Raw if you don't have the gold." And I got the gold. So I guess Seth challenged him or he challenged Seth. I can't quite remember how it happened, but they're gonna fight for Seth was doing his weasel laugh. And Lashley had these fucking look like some motherfucking some Cartier specs or something. Looking clean as a motherfucker. And he's just like, yo, fight me. Seth went from like, oh shit, he's gonna kill me. So next week we're getting Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley for United States Championship. That's a good way to make the title feel important. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably the biggest match. Unless you're gonna have Roman Reigns fight him for the title. Like, who else you gonna have fight him for the title to make that like a main event match? And they're doing it. Like, if the titles are gonna stay on Roman Reigns for another year, which is the rumor, or longer than a year technically, because not this WrestleMania, but next WrestleMania. Like, we might be looking at a 1,100 day reign from Roman Reigns. It's definitely gonna crack 1,000, whatever that it is. So buckle in. Hopefully the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title can be given the proper importance that they deserve. So that's what they're doing with this match, and it's a great idea. So I'm looking forward to this match next week. It's gonna be fire. And we getting it's gonna Monday Night Raw gonna be lit next week as far as the wrestling. I like how they're setting up matches beforehand, and we're not getting Twitter announcements and fucking bullshit like that. They leave us with cliffhangers to get us excited on the show to watch the next show, because everybody now watching YouTube and clips and all that shit. So it's good for them to do these cliffhangers on the show instead of leaving it to social media to build stories. Build the stories on the fucking show, guys. So this is good. I enjoyed that. Then what we have after? Oh yeah, we had. I don't know what to think about this, y'all, because obviously friend of the channel, Dexter Lumis, made his surprise return a few weeks ago. It was awesome. Obviously, I'm a Dexter Lumis mark over here. Big fan of the guy. I just like his character work. Whoever wrote last night's segment is a dumb fuck. Corey Graves was the only smart one in this entire segment. So, basically, long story short, Miz and Maurice are getting ready to go to some gala or premiere or some party or whatever. They're all dressed up. They kiss their babies goodnight. They're at the Marmiz Manor. Damn, they rich as hell. So they're at the Marmiz Manor. Miz has done very well for himself. God damn it, man. You got two beautiful daughters, the hot-ass wife, and a manor. And a career actor. Hey, man, shout out to the Miz, man. I was watching The Real World. I remember that guy. I remember him getting picked on by those two black girls, and I always felt sorry for him because they were bullying him on the show. And now look at him. I bet them girls is fat and dusty and broke as fuck. And look at the Miz. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, he's living his best life. And they're getting ready for the party. I said long story short, then start rambling. But yeah, they're getting ready for a party. He kissed the girls goodnight. He tells security to lock up, blah, blah, blah. He's being interviewed, like, at the same time. Dude's trying to get a quick interview in, and Miz is like, all right, hurry up. You got to do this 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes, and we got to go. And the guy just keeps asking him questions about Dexter Lumis. And Miz is getting fed up, like, I don't want to talk about what he did. The guy's trying to be his therapist again. So what did he do to you, Miz? After he kidnapped you, did he fondle your balls? And so he's trying to get information out of Miz, and Miz just like, all right, man, I'm done. We're done here. You guys lock up. Security will see you out. I got cameras. Don't steal nothing. So they leave and pull off. And for some reason, the cameraman stays and points the camera into the window. Mind you, Miz's daughters are there asleep. I'm assuming there's a grandparent or a babysitter there or something. I think, no, Maurice's mom lives with them, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't watch Miz, but when I do see it on accident, she's on the show. So I'm not sure if she lives there or what. But somebody's there watching the baby. So this is creepy because the cameraman panned to a window in one of the rooms of the house where the window was wide open, and there's just Dexter Lumis being creepy and signing one of his drawings, and then he just held it up to the window and just stared directly into the camera. How does Dexter Lumis know that the camera's there? Is the cameraman working with Dexter Lumis? I have so many questions. Why didn't nobody call the police? Why was Corey Graves the only one that was disturbed by this? There was kids in the house. No one thought to call the cops, the FBI, anybody. No one thought to call anybody. Oh, hold on. Be right back. Give me 1 second. Woo! Yeah, man. Sorry about that, guys. Still on dad duty. You already know what it is over here. But yeah, so and he was talking about the Dexter Loomis thing. It's just really weird because he's just staring at the window, and I'm just so creeped out by why nobody's like doing anything about this. And I think now at this point, this whole storyline has jumped the shark. I think it's become stupid all of a sudden. Like last week was bad, okay, with Dexter being under the ring and then just poking his head out under the ring all of a sudden. It was fun. Like you get a chuckle out. You get that initial chuckle like, Dexter's funny. And then you're like, wait a minute, that's fucking stupid. Why? None of that made any sense. So they get you with the initial like, ha ha. But then when you think about it, you're like, yeah, this is dumb. So I want to enjoy it because I really like Dexter Loomis and he's really good at his character. But whoever wrote that and did the camera work and thought that would make any sense or anything, it just didn't. It wasn't. I guess it was entertaining, maybe. Just because Dexter Loomis is hilarious, the way he could stare at the camera without blinking for 30 minutes. Like, that shit is a talent. I don't know if I could do it. I'll get a headache. But, yeah, so someone should probably call the cops. I'm worried about the Miz's daughters. Someone should probably check on them. Are there dead people in the house now? Like, is the Miz going to be... Like, how did the Miz escape Dexter Loomis when he got kidnapped both times? Why does Dexter keep letting him go just to chase him again? None of this makes any fucking sense. I'm sorry, but it's stupid. It's stupid. It's so stupid. So, it is what it is. We got. This is the storyline. I don't know where it's going or how it's going to pay off, honestly. Is he going to eventually murder them? Are they going to eventually get him locked up? He's literally breaking and entering into your home. He literally kidnapped you multiple times. Why is he signed to a WWE contract and not in prison? I'm so confused. None of this is making any sense. Yeah, I'm thinking too much of it. No, Jay. I am not thinking, no. You don't have to think that hard to realize that that's crazy. That's why Corey Graves was losing his fucking mind. You got the Hill commentator being like, wait a minute, someone is committing crimes. We're not going to do anything. And the two babyface commentators are like, hey, nothing to see here. So about our main event, guys. Kind of like, wait a minute. Corey Graves is like, hold up. Corey Graves was literally losing his mind. It was awesome. Corey Graves was like the most funny part about this segment because he was going ham. Like, he was like, yo, somebody do something. It's literally a man in the house with children. Why is the cameraman there? Why are we not doing anything? Why is the one calling? Corey Graves was like, hey, story. Here's a needle. Plot hole. I'm going to point them all out. He was just poking all the plot holes and everything. I was like, yes, Corey, you're 100% right. Thank you for telling us. It makes no fucking sense because it doesn't. Appreciate you just... People probably listen to Corey like, wait a minute, I wasn't thinking about it, but now that I am thinking about it, that didn't make any... Someone called the police. It was probably, remember WCW backstage brawl between NWO and WCW. People start calling the cops when Rey Mysterio got jumped because they thought it was a gang fight. It was like, I'm surprised no one was watching the show. Like, no one's going to do anything. Someone thought it was real and was like, call the cops. Come on, we don't know his address. Just tell them the Marmiz Manor. They'll find it. So, I don't know. This was dumb, but I guess it was also entertaining. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. It's jumped the shark, though, a little bit. And then, as commentary told us, as some kids were being stalked, we had our main event up next. It was Dom Mysterio going up against Edge. This was set up last week after Edge got kicked in the balls and all that good stuff, or bad stuff for Edge. And this match just started off with Edge pummeling Dom Mysterio. The match continued with Edge pummeling Dom Mysterio. And the match would have finished with Edge pummeling Dom Mysterio if it hadn't been for Rhea Ripley, who was basically out there causing every single type of distraction that she could. She swept Edge's leg at one point, fucking him up on the, on the ring apron or whatever. Dom's working on his leg at one point during the match. But yeah, Rhea wasn't enough to actually help Dom get the win. She definitely wasn't going to be enough. And Judgment Day ended up coming down to help even more. Dom ended up, he was getting his ass whipped the whole match. The match ended up being, I guess, a no contest or a DQ. I'm not sure which one they went with because I'm not backstage. But, the match ended up getting thrown out because Rey Mysterio also came out and attacked some people. He came out and, started doing what he was doing against Judgment Day or whatever. He's trying to get, Edge off his son because his son is still getting fucked up by Edge. And Edge is like shoving him down to the ground. So it looks like they about to fight. But then that's when the Judgment Day came out and they just beat up everybody. And they just destroyed Edge. I'm not sure if Edge got rode off TV last night because they destroyed his knee. Dom banged his knee with a chair like 5 times. And then they propped his leg up on a chair. And this looked disgusting, by the way. Finn Balor did a coup de grace on his leg, on his fucking knee. That looked nasty. I ain't gonna lie. That's like, oh yeah, we're writing you off TV for some months. You know what I mean? Which would be weird because he was just off TV. Like, it's like Edge wrestles for a month and takes 6-month breaks. He's like, I'm here for a month at a time. And I'm pretty sure I heard him say at some point that he's not going to be around that long. So I'm not sure why he keeps taking these long extended breaks if he's only going to be around for a couple more years or however long he's going to be around. So I'm not 100% sure what was going on with this, but we got a weird finish to end the show. So it was kind of like a wet fart to end the show. Judgment Day, beat everybody up, tore Edge's leg apart, and then stood tall. The show cut off before they did their whole 4-man pose, and then it came back on. Like, oh, no, get that shot. We got to get the shot of them all standing over Edge. So we saw that. Then the show was off, and it was an okay show. Like I said, I'm going to have to do my blunt ratings. I guess I can edit this real quick. Give me 60 seconds. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this. I'll give this the same score. Oh, I'll give this score. They definitely deserve it. But then I gotta take some off for that. Yeah, so that's good. And this one I will give. You know what? I'll give. Yeah, they were okay. All right, let me add this up real quick. Who's in the chat right now? Rocky Winter, what's cracking? Shout out to Facebook gang. Do I think Punk will get fired? No. Boom. Yes. I did that super fast. All right. I'm coming for you, nigga.
Mikasa Sukasa. You Eddie, right? Yeah.
Look like Eddie Guerrero, man. You like to watch wrestling?
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched wrestling?
On weed.
That's the way to see it, man. It's just rock.
All right, one more minute, guys. Let me download this and put it on the page. Shout out to everybody watching right now. KGM, Jay, or Batman Wrestling. Russ in the building. Rocky Winter in the building. Dave in the building. Appreciate y'all. Wild Nation. You already know what it is.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And
I'm saying, right here, I'm the man. All right, let's switch this over.
I'm
Monday Night
the
Raw.
man.
That was last week's. Oh, you're watching me do edits live on stream, my nigga. Live on stream. Boom. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these are the blunt ratings that I have for Monday Night Raw last night, September 12th edition. I gave promos and backstage segments 4.5 blunts. I was thinking about giving them 4 because of that Dom Mysterio promo. But Kevin Owens' promo was a 6. That was a 6 blunt promo. I wanted to give it 5 just because that promo dominated everything. That was the best thing on the show last night by far. Everything else was kind of average as hell. Matches 3.25. There was one really good match on the show. Even the Edge and Dom match was just kind of Edge punching him a lot. It wasn't really a good match or anything. Storytelling, there's a lot of weird stuff going on, even though I like what Triple H is doing. I like the Judgment Day now. I'm not 1,000% Dom Fitz. He is literally a charisma vacuum. He is terrible at cutting promos. He should never talk, ever. God, it's bad. Every time he opens his mouth, I just cringe. Like, he is clearly not prepared to be in front of thousands of people doing this. So I don't fucking know. But the Dexter Lumis stuff, obviously, we already talked about. It was a little bit weird. Kind of jumped the shark. The storytelling with the women's tag team division. They got it right last night, obviously, but it was like no pop because everybody knew exactly what was going to happen. You're clearly not going to beat them twice in a couple weeks and just bury the new team that you just brought to the show. So it was one of the most predictable things I've watched on a Monday Night Raw in a long time was that women's tag team match. So storytelling was average. I probably could have gave it less than, but the Austin Theory thing I love, Johnny Gargano, Kevin Owens, all that stuff being intertwined. I love it. So there's always some good stuff in a 3-hour show, but the show is too fucking long. Let's just, I don't know how many times we got to say it. It should be a 2-hour show. No show should be 3 hours as far as wrestling unless it's a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? 3 hours used to be the pay-per-view length. You know what I mean? 3.5 hours. Now we getting 5-6 hour pay-per-views and 3-hour Monday Night Raws. It's too much, man. It's way too much. Commentary, I gave commentary 4 blunts because Corey Graves is awesome. And I love how oblivious Byron Saxton is. He's just... Byron Saxton is such a doofus. Yeah, but he's such a lovable doofus that is just, he's perfect. And Jimmy is like perfect, right in the middle of both of them. So commentary did great. They got some great teams on commentary, even though Pat McAfee is gone. I wonder how SmackDown is going. Hopefully Corey is on SmackDown. Show was good. The crowd, I gave 4 blunts as well. The show overall got 3.8 blunts. That's a silver blunt. So good Monday Night Raw overall. Average Monday Night Raw. There was some good stuff and there was some bad stuff. Or some not so good stuff. I wouldn't even call it bad. There wasn't any. Well, no, that's a lie. Dom's promo was bad and that women's tag team match was bad. So there was some bad things on the show. But Kevin Owens was the highlight of last night for me. By far, that's starting to become a regular thing on Monday Night Raw. It's like Kevin Owens is regularly starting to become the best thing on the show. And, it was like that at one point. From the first time he came on the show, he was one of the best things about the show. From the moment he challenged John Cena and beat him. But, this is a different level of Kevin Owens. Just like Jon Moxley, how we talk about him, this is the best version of Jon Moxley we've seen. I think we're now seeing the best version of Kevin Owens in the ring, on the microphone, everything. And that man needs some gold on his waist immediately. So those are my blunt ratings for this week's Monday Night Raw. We will be back. I'm definitely going to be back tomorrow so we cover all the news. I didn't really jump on. Like I said, I need a little mental health break for the last few days. When you're going so hard, streaming multiple times a day, doing videos, it definitely becomes a lot. Got to be a dad too and run my actual businesses that make me money. So, so I got a lot on my plate. So apologize for not being around for 3 days, but we back. I'll see you guys every day this week. Obviously times fluctuate just a tiny bit. We're always on between 10:30 and noon. This is when we going live. I can't give an exact time because I have a child. So I'm a single dad. So I gotta, the time, I gotta be flexible. Y'all always here anyway. The guys who are watching right now, the people here right now, y'all always here anyway. Y'all got that notification bell on tap. So y'all already know. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate y'all, man. And football season is here. Yes, that was the bad excuse that I didn't want to say. But yeah, I was managing 5 fantasy football teams. I went 4-1 this weekend. So the Raiders didn't win, but my fantasy teams crushed it. But I also dropped James Robinson. Yes, I dropped James Robinson, KGM. I dropped him right before because I needed a tight end because fucking Kittle went down and James Robinson put up 20 points and is looking like the starter for Jacksonville, and my soul is crushed because I can't pick him back up until after waivers, and he's not going to be there. So I'm sad. I had him and Travis Etienne on the squad, man. I should have just kept both. I could have just cut Mostert, but I was like, Mostert, he might have a breakout because he's so good, but he just gets hurt so much. But damn it, why would I cut James Robinson? I've been thinking about that all day. Like, you the dumbest thing of all time. Why would you cut somebody that good? He's clearly a great running back before he tore his Achilles. That was so stupid. You won your fantasy? Yeah, I haven't been able to say that in a long time because I haven't just done a fantasy in about 7-8 years. Minimum 5 teams every year. Minimum 5 teams. And that's not even including I ain't even checked my underdog fantasy and my FanDuel and all that shit. Football is when I gamble. I don't gamble no other times except for football. And I don't really bet on games. I do fantasy because it's fun. I like managing the teams and picking players and doing all this stuff. It's kind of, it's fun. That's how I gamble. Fantasy football and poker. It's the only type of gambling I do. And dating women because that's definitely a gamble. That's every time. That's like the riskiest bet you can make as a man. It's dating. Probably gonna lose a lot of money and not get nothing in return for it. That's probably all that's gonna happen. It's worse than the casino. That's it for today's show, man. Appreciate you guys locking in with me. As always, I'll see you in a few. It's your boy, Mr. HD. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Wrestling on Weed. We always, I can't say always, more active on Instagram than Twitter, but I'm gonna try to start live tweeting the shows. I'm going to try my best. We used to have Jay for that. He's a trader. He went over and started working for Sportskeeda. No, he got a job over at Sportskeeda. So I'll try to start live tweeting a little bit during the shows. We'll see if I can manage that as well. It's a lot, but I love it. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. It's your boy. I'm out. Deuces.